Hello teachers, in this video I'll be showing you how to customize and tweak GradeTransfer even further so it works perfectly with your specific system, whether it be a brand new computer or a super old one, or you just want to sort of cut down on many of the messages that GradeTransfer gives you along the way. This is the video where that'll get explained. So in my example, I'll be using this platform to grab. I'll be grabbing from Google Sheets, and I'll be using our clipboard function to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to highlight the data that I have in here, Control C, and I'll grab it from the clipboard. And so I've grabbed all of my data. Now I'm going to head on over to PowerTeacher Pro, and what I want you to pay attention to is the speed at which this fills the data. Okay, this is the current speed that it's filling the data, nice and even. Now, if you have some very crazy district web filters and proxies and security things in there that's slowing down your computer, or you have a very old computer, or you have some antivirus software on your computer that takes everything that happens and like checks it 4 times over before letting it happen, that might actually give you an error when we try to run GradeTransfer on your website, where you get halfway through and it tells you, whoops, we're done. And that's because GradeTransfer is done. It's checked the whole page, it's put in all the things, and it's done. But your computer is still in the back end, like going through and like trying to catch up. So to combat that, what we can do is adjust the filling speed of GradeTransfer by going into the Advanced Settings tab and coming over here to Custom Overrides. On the bottom here, you'll have a scroll bar. So if you have a slower computer or a slower internet or really robust filters that check everything a million times through before allowing it to happen, I suggest you take this from the default 300 and move it up to like a 500 or 600, or, just for sake of demonstration, I'm going to move it up to 1000 to show you how slowly GradeTransfer will go at that point. Don't forget to save. And let's see what that looks like. So now when I go to fill, let's pretend I have a really slow computer. Okay, I've set it to a larger number here, so it's going to fill it a lot slower. Okay, so now it's filling it slowly. I can go grab a coffee, come back, and then hopefully by that time, all 32 of these 3-digit numbers for each of the kids will be sorted and put in here. Okay, I'm not going to let this go through right now. It's an option that you have to slow it down. You don't need to go this drastic. Usually a 500 or 600 level on that is more than sufficient to make this work even on slower computers. Now, if you're on the other end of the spectrum, such as myself, you can move it to 100 and make it blazing fast. Okay, so that's for the people who have like a brand new computer. They just got it this year, and you have strong internet that's going through your own personal system. And yeah, so let's see how that looks. I'm just going to grab it from the clipboard again. There we go. So now when I go to fill the data, I'm going to I have it set on the quickest, and it just rattles through it all, and boom, 32 are already done. Okay, so if your computer can handle it, sure, set it to 100 and go through everything a lot quicker and save those extra 3 seconds every single time. And over the course of the year, that'll add up to be quite significant. If your computer or your internet is on the slower side, set it to like a 500 or 600 or even further up and experiment with it to get you that proper space depending on your system. Now, these configurations are local to your machine. So if you have a very quick home computer, you can set that to 100. And if your computer at work is on the slower side, you can set that to like 500. And it'll save it according to which computer it's on. Now, another thing I want to point out is the scaling feature. Let's say I have this data, but it's out of percentages. So if I grab this data, out of percentages now from the clipboard, that's all well and good. However, if I have something in the 70s or 50s or 60s, PowerTeacher Pro is going to tell me, you can't fill that in here. This assignment's out of 8 points. And it's going to give me an error saying, hey, we tried to fill it in. Lots of error messages. Our max entry is out of 8 points. So what we need to do is we need to scale it down. We need to scale it down to 8 points. And one way to do it is to put it into Google Sheets and do all that craziness. But if you're grabbing it from like some other place that doesn't have built-in scaling or easy way to manipulate the data, for you, we've actually built out a scaling feature. So you can just do it right in-house within GradeTransfer. So if I have the data here out of percentages, all I got to do is open up this hamburger menu and tell it it's out of 100 and I need it to be out of 8. And that's it. Click the little now toggle switch over here and it'll give you a little alert saying, you sure you want to do this? Basically, if someone's got an 80, they're going to have a 6.4 out of 8, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to click OK, and then it's going to say success or not success, and it's going to tell me what the data is now. And you'll notice that the kids now have things that are all scaled down to be out of 8 points. So if I were to fill it right now, it's just going to fill it, bing, super quickly, all out of 8 points scaled down for you. So let's say you get the hang of this already and you don't want to always see all of those confirmation messages. Like you already know that the scaling feature is going to scale it from whatever, if I were to do it again for my next assignment or my next class, I'm going to have to click OK on this again and then click OK on that again. And it's 2 extra clicks and, some people don't like that. So you can turn off those alerts by going into the advanced settings, going into the overrides, going down here, and just unchecking this box. Okay, it should tell you that it's false. And so now if I go to scale it, I'm going to go grab my data. It's out of percentages. I'm going to scale it from 100 to 8, and I should get absolutely no error message or no confirmation messages. However, if I check in the briefcase, you'll see that it's already been scaled down. So that way you can toggle on or off getting those extra guiding messages. So in the beginning, you probably need them. Once you get the hang of it and you understand what you're doing, you just click now and then go ahead and start filling them right away. So hopefully this will increase your efficiency a little bit more and save you even more time over the course of, days and weeks and months and years. So thank you for watching. Please share it with your colleagues. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment. We also have a feedback section now. If you have some cool ideas of what you would like to see, please click this feedback link and let us know how we can improve GradeTransfer even further for you. All right, have a good one, people.